think it's recording now, so we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Okay.
And again, just relax. This is, just something that you're helping me with.
Yes, sir.
So we are here this afternoon with Miss Samantha Jones.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. She's a high school math teacher here at Amelia Love Johnson High School, and she has agreed to work with me on my clinical supervision. Today we're going to conduct the first of 3 phases in the clinical supervision cycle. Today is our planning conference, and today we're going to actually go through the planning conference, and it's an opportunity for us to identify any concerns that you may have about your areas of instruction.
Okay.
So, as we know, anyone who's in any type of field, in order to get better, any of us, you have to practice and reflect.
Exactly.
And this is all this is about, is just reflecting and, actually going over some things that you might want to look at. So the first thing we're going to do, Ms. Jones, we're going to begin by, again saying thank you for agreeing to do this. And again, we're just here to help you to reflect. We're going to begin by asking you, how do you think your teaching has been going so far this year?
I think everything has been going well, but I always room for improvement. I would tell you that. But as of where the students are at right now, I think that we are at that point where we need to be at and where I wanted them, because I have a goal that I have set for each one of my class.
Okay.
7 through 12, I have a goal. And I would say that from 7th, 8th, and 9th, we are at our target point where we want to be at, especially with our
So you feel like you're at that target point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So tell me some areas that you think in particular that you are strong in as far as your instruction, some areas that you think that you have really emphasized this year, that you kind of, want to just really, if you had more time, you would spend more time in that area.
I would say it would be more of the hands-off stage, where I would let the students come in and start conducting, like, basically I do, they do, and they,
so more hands-on?
More hands-on.
More hands-on. We just don't have enough time to do that?
Well, we have enough time to do that, but in our class period and dealing with us, the course of study and how they want us to do things by State Department.
The curriculum. Trying to stay aligned with the curriculum.
Exactly. And it seemed like, you get pushed for time, especially when you need to get ready for the ACT Aspire. All the stuff that you really want to show your student, you really can't.
Right. Okay then, well, in this particular observation that I want to do with you next week, hopefully, in this particular observation, what are some areas that you might want to focus on in this particular lesson that's coming up? What are some areas that you're going to be focusing on?
One area I want, basically, the student interaction. That's
student interaction?
Yes.
Okay.
And how the student work well, how they supposed to work when you group them up.
So
they become dependent on themselves instead of me. I'm coming through and I'm observing them, but I want to see more of them contributing to the lesson.
You want more of their contribution?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what you're going to be focusing on next week?
Yes.
Trying to get them to contribute more in the lesson?
Exactly. Instead of letting me come around and say, hey, all right, we need to work on this point. Or we need to align your straight edge up. If you're working in a group setting, I want my students I want them to come in and apply more into that group setting. Okay.
So, in that particular area of student participation, that has been kind of an area that it's kind of hard to get students to basically buy into.
Yes, because we are at that stage. These my students, they're at that stage now. One day they friends, next day they don't want to be bothered. So it's kind of hard to group everybody together. So so when you're trying to group and you want to stay away from, okay, are y'all okay today? in order to group these students up, because you don't want, because if you have a lot of conflict and a lot of arguing stuff going on, your lesson it's gonna take away from the lesson that I'm trying to contribute to that day.
That's good. I'm seeing. I can totally understand that about the grouping and the conflicts. You know, trying to keep people paired where you can get the most productivity.
Exactly.
I think we have just blinked. My thing went out. Hold on.
Okay.
No, I think our lights are still on. So I'm
Okay.
gonna have to edit that one. Okay. We thought we had a power outage, and we're going to continue.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so we have identified. It seems like we've identified an area that we can focus on next week.
Yes.
You want them to basically be able to work better together in a group.
Yes.
You want them to participate also
Yes,
more.
sir. Yes. Instead of if I don't have, basically I don't went to the board, I don't explain. If I'm asking questions, I don't want to be dead silence. I want my students to pick up, answer the question. Don't always let the ones that always answer the question or come back with an answer. I want the ones that, and that's what I've been trying to do. I have to calm down the ones that always participate.
Yes.
To look at the because I
So
need
that's
to know.
another area also then that you have some that seem to participate the same ones over and over.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's something that.
That's why I kind of try to rearrange them into a different group setting, whereas I can have more participation, whereas hopefully the strong ones will help the ones that are not so strong when it comes to studying, being able to participate in answer questions, that help build their confidence up.
Okay. So we're trying to make sure we get a more even distribution of participation also.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that is something we can work toward. I think we can kind of narrow it down to basically wanting them to participate
Exactly.
better,
Exactly.
wanting them to participate. So that's what we're gonna narrow it down, because I know we can't cover everything in one lesson.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna narrow it down to the part of participation,
Exactly.
getting them to work together better as a group.
Exactly.
So that's what we'll look for next week, in observation.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that seems to be the goal then.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal. You have identified a great goal, and I think we can work with that as we come by next week. So as far as coming by next week now, a time, what would be the best time as far as what period would be better for you? Because I want to do it when you want me to.
Okay.
And whatever period you say, then I'll be here.
Okay. First period always good. That's my 7th grade math class.
Okay.
And by that being such a small group, you can actually get a more visual on them and a better observation, because it's 8 of them, so it's a very small group. But I think you'll get a better observation with them and stuff.
Okay, great. And will that be enough students to have the grouping type?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because what we can do is we can do pairs of 2, or we can just do 4 here and 4 there, and we can.
Okay. All right.
And then if that class would another class suggests to think about if all my students do not show up to that day, will be my 2nd period class, and those will be my 9th grade, and that'll be algebra 1. And
Okay.
there's a range of
Now what
6
time?
students to
Okay.
do.
Now the first period would be what time?
It'll be from 8:05 to 8:45.
To 8:45. And you're saying that just in case this one doesn't work out,
Yes.
we can go with what?
2nd period.
That's
and
one. What time is that?
That range from 8:50,
Mm-hmm.
and that's to 9:45.
Okay, 9:45. Okay, sounds great. So we have identified the goal.
Yes, sir.
We got the time. Okay, now we need an instrument, basically what we call it an instrument to observe, to collect data. So basically all this is going to do is collect data, that we use. And from what you have identified in your, what we want to look at as far as participation and grouping, I'm looking at the instruments that we have here,
Yes, sir.
and it looks like there's several instruments here,
Okay.
but the wide, we call it the wide lens video.
Okay.
Basically, I'll probably come in with the video recording, or if I don't do that, it'll just be maybe, we're trying to get students to actually work together. Seating chart.
A seating chart.
If
Okay.
I, come in with the actual seating chart and, have it diagrammed out, and
Okay.
so I can kind of observe that way. So you can look for either I might not even have the video, I might just do the seating chart,
Okay.
but I could do the video. I just want you to be aware that these might be the different tools that we use to collect the data. That's all that's for.
Okay. That'll be perfect for me.
Okay. Okay. I just want you to be aware of that. And so basically, that is it for our pre-conference.
Okay.
I told you that it wasn't going to last a long time.
You
We're going to
did.
take up all your time, and I just want to thank you. Before we end, though, now this lesson, I don't know if you really know exactly what it's all going to be about, but in general, can you tell me what this lesson will be about?
Yes, it was talking about circumference of a
Circumference?
circle. How to find a circumference when you get in the radius, or if you give it in diameter. Or
Circumference of a circle.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's with my seventh graders.
Seventh graders, okay. And even if we have to go into second period, that's still seventh?
There'll be ninth graders.
Ninth graders, okay.
And ninth graders, we're dealing with laws of exponents.
Laws of exponents?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's basically will be a good review dealing with when you have to multiply and divide exponents. And
Multiply and divide, okay. And this is where you are basically in your a curriculum?
Yes, sir.
Right. Multiply and divide exponents, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else that I should be aware of about this lesson? Any special situations, anything about a student that I need to be aware of?
Well, if for instance, if say Miss our special education teacher or Miss Wolf, if she's not here that day, I will have the ones that usually supposed to go to her, that usually get pulled out and go to her. I will have them that day.
How many special ed do you have?
We would have we should have 3 students.
Three students?
That will come to me.
Where do they normally sit?
They usually sit to the area with themselves and basically be studying some of the notes, studying some of the stuff that will be taught during math at that time from her.
Okay.
So it won't conflict with.
So she's actually in there most of the time with you?
Oh, they get pulled out.
They get pulled out.
And they'll go to her room.
They go to her room.
Yes.
Okay.
But
if they don't get pulled out, they'll be in there with you.
Yes.
Okay.
And
There's 3 of them.
It's 3 of them.
Okay.
And that only if she's not here that day.
Okay. But if she is not here, then they'll just be in there. Do you have anything for them to do?
Oh, they will come with stuff that came from her.
From her?
Yes.
She'll send some stuff. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
They should have a notebook and everything prepared.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. What are the names?
You have the Kivian Lawton.
DeKevian.
Yes, sir.
Last name again?
Lawton.
L-A.
WTON.
And who else?
You have I'm sorry.
I understand. I mean,
It just went. We have.
You better believe me. I forget a name too.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Well, anyway, I'll
Name
know.
went completely past my
Just
head.
email them to me.
I will.
Email them to me before next week.
I will.
Okay.
And also, I'll get you names just in case. I will see you in my 7th grade room.
Okay.
And my 9th grade room.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Okay. That sounds great. Ms. Jones, I thank you for taking the time to participate in the planning conference, and I look forward to visiting your class next week.
And
Thank you so much.
yours.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at this time.